Hey everybody, and welcome to the Illuminated Page. I'm Matt, and I am here with Shawn playing Aaron Lockhart.
Yeah, that's right.
Roxanne playing Jewell Rumtree, Ms. Jewell Rumtree.
Hello, hello.
Lethal Elbows.
David playing Professor Dalphus Hardgrove.
Hey everybody.
And John playing Bobby Boom Boom Blackwood.
And it's a name I earned.
So
He did not like the joke.
Yeah, here we are, guys. Quit fiddling with that and actually pay attention. So you guys are still in a club. Before we get into that, though, I got to remember to do this. There's a warning here. This is Masks of Nyarlathotep. It's set in the 1920s. The NPCs are appropriate to the times. The PCs are a little more appropriate to modern times. They just aren't a bunch of jerks. So just be prepared for that. It shouldn't come up too bad.
We're doing our best anyway.
Yeah. So far, it's been pretty good. Let's go ahead and get into it. You guys are at the Blue Pyramid Club still. There are some dead people. None of them are you, thankfully. That's super helpful. And
Who
but
hurt you, David?
Roxanne, I'm sorry, Ms. Rumtree is speaking with a young woman off to the side, and there's a dead body of Edwin Gavigan. Doesn't matter what his first name is. Edward
Gavigan.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Edward?
I'm sorry?
I just didn't know who. I was trying to think of another character named Edwin, and I was like, would we have a friend named Edwin?
I wanted to call him Edwin, but it's Edward. And then Tufik Al-Said is down, but not necessarily dead. If someone were to want to give him some first aid, that might be helpful. It would keep him from dying, and that might be important to getting further clues. Mm-hmm. So let's start actually with Roxy. Well, I'm sorry, with Ms. Rumtree.
Ms. Rumtree. Yes, I was chasing down the waitress girl that was wanting to know, or seemed to be avoiding everything earlier in the evening. And I wanted to speak to her because she seems to know things.
So you catch her in the kitchen. The kitchen staff has fled. She is headed that way, but she noticed that you were coming behind her.
I did call out in Arabic.
Yeah. When you get into the kitchen, she has a knife in her hand. It doesn't look like she's ready to use it, just that she has it, and she responds to, or she speaks to you in Arabic and says, "What do you want?"
I would hold up my hands. I would have pocketed whatever weapon I had been using. I believe it was a switchblade.
Yeah.
I'll pocket that back in my hosiery, and I was like, I just want to ask a couple questions, and I also would like to know where your telephone is.
But who are you?
Oh, did she ask me that?
Yeah.
I thought she asked me what I wanted. So,
all right. Okay, sure. Well, now she asks who you are.
Well, since there are no secrets, apparently, I am Jewell Rumtree of Arkham, Massachusetts, and I'm sure you noticed that we were in some form attacked by, I assume, your employer or someone that you were at least aware of because you were quite dutifully ignoring them earlier.
Tufik isn't my employer. He's the man that caused my boyfriend to get killed.
Oh, so you don't like him either. Good, because I just thought he was scummy. No, So Tufik is, Jewell Rumtree isn't sure how to proceed with this conversation. Does she still have the knife up?
She has it in her hand. It's not necessarily in front of her.
She's not brandishing it. She just has it.
No, it's kind of lowered a little bit over time now that you kind of come in and.
Can I have your
deemed disarming?
Yeah, can I have your name?
My name is Yalesha.
Yalesha?
Yes.
That is a beautiful name, Yalesha. I know there is a lot of violence happening out there, and I don't know if the things have stopped by now at the point that I get to talk to her, but I know there's a lot of violence and there's a lot of confusion, but we did not come here to hurt anybody. We felt that our lives were threatened and things happened. But what can you tell me about Mr. Tufik al-Sayed, if I may ask? You said that he is responsible for your boyfriend being murdered?
Yeah, he's part of the Brotherhood, and they killed my boyfriend.
Of the Black Pharaoh?
Yes.
Okay. And is Mr. Gavigan also a part of that organization?
Who's that?
Okay. That's all I needed to know. Where is your... number one, where is your telephone? Can we talk on the way? I don't believe we have much time.
On the way where?
To the telephone.
Oh, yeah, she walks you back towards an office.
Okay, that's all I meant. I'm like, okay, so...
Jewell, can you roll a charm for me?
Oh, sure.
I know you're probably not great at it, but just...
I'm not, but we're going to see what happens. Let me find my dice that were doing nice things for me last week.
We're not using those tonight. 95.
That is not happening. Yeah. I haven't redone my character yet, so that is not happening.
That's fine.
I did not charm her very well.
So she leads you into the office, or leads you to the office door and pushes it open, and it's just a small little restaurant office.
Sure.
And there's a phone there. She takes a step back away from the door to give you some distance between her and you.
That's fine. I understand, and I would respect that, and I would say, does Mr. Al-Sayed do this often? What he did to your boyfriend?
Yeah. Hold on. Well, about once a month.
About once a month? Is it
about once a month he gets together a bunch of guys in a truck. They go somewhere outside of London.
Okay.
And then some of them come back dead.
And they're all members of the Brotherhood, or they get just random people?
They get random people. Roxy, can you roll intelligence for me?
Sure. That is a regular success.
You remember that there was a scoop article called "The Slaughter Continues" about unidentified foreigners floating in the Thames.
Yep. Roxanne remembers that too. That
kind of seems to line up with what she's saying.
Okay.
It's about once a month, unidentified foreigners, which would be coming from the Blue Period, makes sense. They are. You saw a lot of non-British people.
Okay.
So she says, I don't quite know where they go outside of the city, but they grab up people. I think the next time that it would happen would be in the next week or so, but I don't know.
That all that information is incredibly invaluable. Is Mr. Syed some type of a ringleader? I mean, do you believe? How did he choose
He
your
seems
brother?
to be a ringleader of some sorts. I'm not sure quite what he is.
Okay, and you don't know how they choose people?
No, I don't. I know my boyfriend was looking for work, so maybe they offered him some money. I'm not sure.
Did he go looking for work at the Ardour Street Spice House?
No, he was here one night visiting
Just
me,
here?
and
Okay.
just with the way that things are going job wise, it's hard for him to stay employed, or was hard for him to stay employed. And a little bit of extra work here and there, it helps. There's only so much money I can make here.
Sure. I really appreciate you talking to me, Yalisha. I don't wish to stress you out or trouble you any further. If you know a way out of this place, I suggest you take it.
Okay. Okay, I will. Can you roll psychology for me?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good laughter.
Yeah, no. Nope. I'm not the psychologist.
She heads back farther down the hall, looks like towards probably a back door, and you hear a door open and shut relatively soon.
Do I hear any other footsteps in that hallway coming from that direction?
No.
Okay, so
we're gonna pause you before you give a call, though.
Okay, cool.
See what's going on with the 3 guys out there with the bodies. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go over to Al Sahid and see if I can stabilize him because I think we need to get some information out of him.
Sure. You want to roll first aid for me?
Yeah. Oh, that's a failure.
Do you want to roll luck or add luck?
Oh no, I don't have enough luck to make that happen.
Does anybody else want to take a look at the body?
Don't even know if
I
can
have
do
first
anything.
aid, but I'm not there. So.
Well, I had 40 in first aid. I rolled a 78.
Oh yeah.
I can try, but
Yeah.
It's true.
I have a 45, but
I have a 30. We'll
I'm
see
making
what
a phone
happens.
call and talking to a pretty lady.
Hey, there we go. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You tie down one of the gunshot wounds so it stops bleeding and stuff it pretty good with just some ripped up clothes. He's gonna be okay for now. He's gonna need to see a doctor.
Hey guys,
without a real lack of training, with a real lack of training in first aid or medicine, you're not sure if you could revive him or not to ask him questions, but he's not going to die right now. If you're careful with him, you can probably get him out of here without hurting him.
guys, what's the plan here?
Well, I'm gonna rifle through his pockets and see if I can find any sets of keys.
Oh my, that's a good thing you're saying there. Not a thing I think this is prepared for. Hold on.
I'm just taking a seat and rubbing my head like, oh man, that hurt.
Are you okay, Dalphus?
I think I'll be all right, but that really hurt.
Yeah, it looked like it. Kind of like when that artist clobbered me.
You find a few, maybe 30 pounds sterling in various bills and change. He's got his ID. He does have a set of keys. Looks like probably for his house or for his shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket those, the keys.
And then inside his coat are 2 what look like scepters. They're probably 2.5 foot long each. They're identical, and there are markings on them that make it look like they should be crossed in a certain manner, and things like the patterns would match up.
All right, I'm gonna take the keys. I'm gonna take the scepters. I'm gonna hand Dalphus the scepters and see if he can make anything out of them.
I rolled
All right.
a 5.
All right, they should be able to hear us now. Sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, the elder ones didn't want me to talk about these
Yeah.
scepters. Yeah.
We should be live now. So.
Okay. So Dolphus, what did you roll?
An exceptional success. Or extreme success. Yeah.
On what skill?
Archaeology.
Oh, fantastic. So these look to be Egyptian in origin. You could pinpoint you feel pretty confident that you could pinpoint the dynasty, but you're also Matt is not knowledgeable enough to pinpoint that. So just know that they are of a great age. It looks like there is indication in the carvings that they should be crossed to activate something. You're not quite sure what that is. But they are sturdy and they seem to be some sort of iron.
I will put them in my bag.
Okay. All right. You guys.
I guess we'll check the pockets of the other guys and stuff here too, see if they've got anything interesting.
Gavigan has has 2 sets of keys.
Grab the keys.
One of the mooks has a set of keys. All of them have keys, but one of the mooks has like a set of like 4 or 5 different keys, including one that looks like it goes to a car. You probably round up a few pounds between them, like not a lot money wise, other than on Gavigan.
I'm not too worried about the money, guys, but I think we should grab Gavigan's keys. They might prove useful.
Grab what you can, and I'm going to also take a few pictures while there's nobody in frame.
There it is. I'm sorry. Let me go back to those scepters because now I found the description. Ending in a crook and an inverted ankh, respectively. The 2 scepters are carved. There we go. Just ending in a crook and an inverted ankh, respectively. That's all I can tell you out of this explanation. Super unhelpful.
Well, you know.
So it's the typical thing you usually see pharaohs holding in all the depictions that we've seen. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not here.
I'm checking the front windows. I'm seeing if what's going on outside.
It's been relatively quick. Nothing is happening yet.
I think we need to finish up here, and I think we need to skedaddle.
Yeah.
And on our way out, before we leave the area, I'd like to go check out Al Sahid's shop now that he's no longer. I kind of look down at him like no longer an issue.
Well, he's alive. Oh no,
He's unconscious.
Okay, but he's alive, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the question: are we questioning him? Are we waiting for the cops? Are we getting out of here?
I'm not waiting for the cops.
And at the same time, I don't know where Jewell went.
She was following that waitress.
You boys need to not worry about me nearly as much as you did.
So, I say we leave. I say we take Al Sahid with us. It's not that far back to his shop. We can go in there.
Yeah, but this ain't New York. None of us got cars.
It's not far.
I shake the keys I put from the guys like, these look like car keys.
Do they look like car keys? I want the narrator to pipe in and go.
They
no,
do, in fact,
they don't look like
car keys. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's find a parking lot and go see what we got.
Beep beep.
Let's go take a back.
You guys go out the back?
Yeah. And I'm going to, and then between Bobby and I, we'll drag Al Sahid with us out the back. There's no need in making a second trip.
Right. Yeah, what are your guys' strengths?
Mine is 60.
60.
Yeah, not me. I'm 40.
Oh, no, he's fine. Yeah, you guys easily carry him out.
Be careful with him. He's a little injured. We don't want to exasperate the situation.
I retrieve at least my shotgun shells.
Okay. Are you guys going to police all of the casings that you fired?
Are you?
I will police my brass.
Yeah, I'll police mine too.
Are you in a revolver?
You know what? Let me see.
Yeah,
So my Colt automatic, my
Don't
Colt
know.
auto is a clip fed, so I'm gonna grab the brass around where I was standing.
Okay.
It just says handgun, so I'm not sure.
Do you know how many shots?
What is your gun, David?
Ammo 7.
Okay, so that's gonna be a clip.
Then that's a clip fed, yeah. Okay, that's fine. You guys police everything.
So yes, I would need to police it.
And head towards the back. Jewell, you're in the office, and you do hear footsteps coming from the front.
All right. I need to make my phone call, so I'm going to call Inspector Barrington.
Okay.
Or Scotland Yard and request Inspector Barrington for an urgent matter.
We're sorry, the inspector's not available right now. We can take a message, and I'll have him call you back as quickly as possible. It is in the evening, so that makes a little bit of sense.
Okay, that's fine. Just tell him that there was a bit of a tussle tonight, and I'd really rather. Can you give me his home number?
I'm sorry, we don't normally give that out. Do you want to roll persuasion for me? Or an intimidate? I would take that too.
I don't even know. I think they're both suck for me, so let's see. Yeah, they're both pretty shitty, so. Or, I'm sorry. Whoops. PG-13. They're both pretty crappy. Let's see.
Both pretty carpy. Just really bad carps.
Actually,
You could say that in PG-13.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Which one are you
I got
getting?
a 15. Intimidate.
Okay. So how do you intimidate? I would love to hear that.
Oh, well, young sir, I mean,
You-
I just saw Inspector Barrington just the other day, and this is an important matter. He knows exactly what I need to talk to him about, and he would be very, very upset with you if you did not find a way to get in touch with him right now.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, her southern is coming out.
Sure.
I don't have it in me to do it.
He says, just one moment, ma'am. And you hear him flipping through something, and then he gives you the number for the inspector's home.
Okay. Thank you, young man. You've been most helpful. Have a wonderful evening.
Make sure you mark that box, Jewell.
Oh yeah, I need to, because that'll never happen again. All right, so I call Inspector Barrington.
Okay.
Or I call this.
Barrington residence. This is Eloise speaking.
May I? Is his name John?
James.
James.
You were real close.
Hello, Mrs. Barrington. May I speak to Inspector Barrington, please? This is a matter of urgent import.
Just a second. James is just in the other room.
Thank
And
you.
you hear her. Oh, James, it's a phone for you.
There's a beautiful sounding American woman on the phone.
Matt doesn't do accents at all. A couple minutes later, you hear the phone kind of rustle for a second, and then he says, "This is James. What can I do for you?"
Inspector, I'm sure you remember we talked the other day, very briefly in your office about some curious happenings going on around your fine city.
Yes,
you
Miss
remember me?
Rumtree.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
There's been a bit of a mishap here at the Blue Pyramid tonight, and I'm sure you'll be getting a call about it at some point. All I'm asking is that we will get out of your hair, because I know that you're not thrilled with us either, but we will be out of your hair probably pretty quickly. But if you could just keep the heat off of us for about, 6 hours, that would be most appreciated.
And why exactly would I do that, Ms. Rumtree?
Well, we have found some information about your concerning finds in the Thames.
And how would you be giving me this information were I to allow you to have some time?
I mean, we can find a way to get it to you, I promise. Whether we could either, if you're open to meeting, or if you would rather we just leave you some sort of... You're not there. You don't get to say anything, Mr. Lockhart. Whether I meet you somewhere and give you this information, or we just need to look around a little bit more. We were attacked tonight, and I'm sure you will be getting a call, because we did respond as one might when attacked by anyone.
Sharp elbows and bullets.
Where are you at exactly, Miss Rumtree? Are you still at the club right now?
I am.
Okay.
I don't feel.
Okay.
That's the only place I could get a phone. But we are going to be departing very quickly.
Well, where are you headed next? Maybe we can meet you up there. Meet up with you there.
Who's we?
Oh,
Inspector Barrington.
myself and my assistant, I'm sure, would be happy to take any information you have and look into these murders even more thoroughly than we have.
I appreciate that, and I give him one of the hotels that we're not staying at any longer. The one that's under my name.
Okay. Okay. Well, then, hopefully I will see you soon, Ms. Rumtree. You have a good night.
It'll be a couple hours.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, thank you.
He hangs up before you end up in the word "you."
That's fine.
And
And
you
then
guys hear the three of you come into the back area just as you hear Rumtree give off the address of the hotel you're not staying at.
What was that phone call?
Doesn't matter. Let's go. We gotta go.
No, I think it does matter.
You're carrying a dead body. I don't think you're in a position to argue with
He's
me
not
right now.
dead.
I need all
He's
of
not
you
dead
to
yet.
He's not dead yet.
Whatever. You boys just kept firing. I just hit a guy.
I need you guys to roll listen for me.
That is a 30 under 35.
That is a fail.
Not I.
Nope, I don't hear nothing but the ringing in my ears.
I heard something.
Okay. So, Ms. Rumtree, what you hear is a high-pitched whistle.
Like a police
Like you
whistle?
would expect to hear from a Bobby.
Okay. Yep. Let's get out of here.
Yep. Time to book it.
I'm saying we don't have time to argue, y'all.
Out the back door.
Chase scene.
Did it sound?
That's a good point.
Could we
Thanks.
kind of tell where it was?
It sounded like it was coming from the front of the building, somewhere out that way.
Okay, then let's
They
set
are
up.
not inside the building, but somewhere outside the front of the
It's
building.
time to abscond with our little friend.
Yep.
So I need everybody to roll me luck.
Let me look at the right one. I keep looking at
Success.
sanity. And that is a success for me as well.
Not I.
It's a regular
I've got
one.
a success.
Okay. So as you guys come out the back, there is an appropriate car for the time that kind of a heavy hitter would drive. Somebody connected with nefarious means. Kind of just sitting right out the back. And Dalphus, you realize that might as well try that car. It's the right make and model for the key you have.
Jewell, upon seeing it, would be like, "That's a truck. If we got keys, let's use it."
I try the key in the door.
It opens right up
Hey, how about that? Luck is on our side.
Hey, hey, hey.
for once.
Can any of y'all drive well?
Yep, I can.
Yeah, just yes, we all drive.
No, but who can drive well?
Believe me,
I
it's
can
not as
drive
hard
well.
as you think. It's, just because you have
what
people drive
I would
you
like
everywhere
is
in
if
this
one of you would
Excuse
give
me,
me
no.
It's fine.
who's driving.
I'll drive.
I'll let Aaron drive.
Okay, Aaron, can you give me a drive roll and then somebody else give me a spot hidden? Just one of you though.
For my drive, it was a 38.
Is that a success?
That is a success.
Into
regular success.
the mic.
Sorry, it's a regular success.
I've got a. I'm rolling spot hidden with somebody else doing it.
No, I'm not.
I can do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I was going to roll unless somebody else thought they were better at it or something. But
I got a hard success.
Okay. So you notice that as Aaron is backing the truck up and getting ready to leave, one of the constabulary comes kind of running across the little alley or the little parking lot entrance, not towards you guys, but from farther back away through to where he's going to look, or he's going to be going to the front door. And as he sees you guys start to pull away, he slows down and turns towards you. Aaron, you pull forward pretty quickly, narrowly avoiding him. He does dodge out of the way pretty easily, but you guys are on the road and moving. Where are you headed?
So I wanted to go to El Sahid's shop and spot it. What do you guys think?
Can I try a first aid check in the back of this truck on Al Sahid?
Yeah, sure.
Because this is my first time seeing him in the state that he's in.
Sure.
Your call. Honestly, I think it might be best for somebody to get dropped there.
yeah, let's go to the spice shop and see if there's a place in the back to park
No,
this
I
car
didn't.
out of sight.
Not a success on my first aid check.
Because about how far down is the Spice Shop from the Pyramid Club? I know it was relatively close.
It's a few blocks away.
Yeah, we could have walked there.
Well,
Not
yeah,
with the
yeah.
body, but
Right, but what I'm saying is I think we should, Bobby, if you think it's a good idea, I mean, I can jump out and go investigate this while you guys go off.
I don't know. I don't think one person should be alone right now.
All right, well, you and I can go do it.
That's good with me.
It works for me.
All right with you two?
Professor, Miss Rumtree, are you
I
guys
really
good?
kind of like to look around the shop myself too. So
well, I'm not driving around with this guy.
Well,
in
then
the
I
back.
guess we're pulling
I
him back.
guess
Let's
we're
go
rolling
see
him
what
back,
we
yeah.
got.
Sounds good.
I mean,
Okay.
we could bring him into his own shop, right? And then
With
if
the-
anybody does come in, I mean, he's there, and we're like looking after him.
Yeah, we
Something, right?
found this we walked in to buy sugar, and look at him. You're like, sugar in the spice shop? Sugar and spice?
Sure.
It's got lots of nice things. Everything, even.
Yeah. I mean, the constable looked like he was interested in having us stop, or he just thinks that. I mean, everybody else was running away from that place.
He was taking note of you and hadn't had a chance to really react before Aaron drove past him.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we're a few blocks away. I think we're safe to take a peek in the house or the shop with the apartment above it, I assume.
Yeah. So you guys pull up behind the house. There's a little place to park behind it, or behind the shop. Still the same two-story building on Ardour Street. You guys go in the back, I take it?
Yeah, and I'll pull out the keys that I pulled off of him and see if we can find a way to unlock the door.
So the back door opens into a small storage area. Then there's another door that goes into the shop. Hold on just a second. At the front of the shop, there's the front door, and then a door right next to it that clearly leads up the stairs. Are you all four going upstairs and taking Tufik with you?
Yeah. Well, we can secure him downstairs, but I don't think we need to bother hauling him up the stairs with us at this point. He's still unconscious, I'm guessing.
I believe I'm going to stay on the first floor.
Is like his bedroom and stuff is upstairs, right?
That's correct.
Well, we could take him up there and kind of put him in his own bed, right?
Might as well, and it's much easier. Nobody's going to be looking through the front and seeing him.
Okay, good point. Let's take him upstairs.
Okay, and Ms. Rumtree, you are definitely staying downstairs.
I'm going to stay and poke around downstairs, yes.
Okay. So the three men go upstairs. What you find is a small living room and bedroom furnished with couches, pillows, incense burners, rugs, low tables, a hookah, and hanging lamps, all in muted shades of yellow and blue. A sizable oil heater keeps the room a little warmer than what you would expect. Probably something, Dalphus, you recognize it as something like Egyptian temperatures in here.
Okay.
There is a prim glass case stand statuettes of Egyptian gods. Prominently, piously displayed on a table in the living room is an open copy of the Quran.
Okay.
On one wall of the living room is an ornate mirror with a golden frame. The frame is subtly asymmetrical. Strange figures have been worked into it. Don't read that. There's also a roll-top desk in the living room as well. The top of it is locked.
Interesting. I'm going to take a few pictures while we're up here.
Okay.
I am going to avoid looking at the frame or the mirror because it looked creepy. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can get into the desk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Roll. You can either roll lockpick or you can try and just break it open.
I am going to try and break it open. Yeah, I'm going to try and break it open.
Okay. It's a strength check.
Yep. That is a extreme success. I rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah. You pop it right open. A quick search shows shop records, invoices, account books, paper pins. I need you to make a luck check.
That is a failure.
Okay. Yeah, looks like normal, everyday, work stuff for a small shop.
Okay. Well, I'm coming up empty on this desk, guys. It just looks like where he kept his shop inventory and did all of his paperwork and bills. Nothing interesting.
If he's the leader of something, I don't think this is going to be anything that's going to give us clues.
Bobby and Dolphin, could you both give me a spot hidden?
Yep. Right. I was taking a look at that desk there too.
So whatever is higher than a hard success. So what?
Extreme success.
So an extreme success.
And I got a hard success.
So it's obvious that the desk itself has a hidden space. Like there's a space that's not opening. It doesn't show you how to open it, but there's clearly something there. Do either one of you want to rifle through the desk to see if you can figure it out?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna point it out, make sure even
Okay.
Aaron sees it. Hey, what about
Dalphus? Go
that?
ahead and. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was saying, what about that?
Oh, missed that when I was going through there.
Dalphus, roll luck for me.
Okay. 9. What is that? That should be.
It
should be like
success
extreme.
or not. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, luck. It's luck. Right? Okay.
Yeah. So you pull at one of the shelves just right, and you hear an audible click, and you see a large hidden drawer open lower down on the right side of the desk. In the drawer are 2 sandstone vials with caps, a folded silk robe, a black inverted ankh on a metal chain, a crumbling papyrus scroll, black skull cap embroidered with inverted ankhs, and you already have that.
Before you pull any of those out,
Look
just a
what
second.
we find here.
Just a second, before you pull any of it out, and I'm gonna take a few pictures.
He's checking for traps, y'all. He's checking for traps.
Well,
Did you say another pair of scepters?
Nope.
So okay.
So that looks interesting, gentlemen.
What did you say? Something you said you cut out something, and you said you already have that. Is that?
Yeah, I stopped before I told you about the pair of scepters. It lists here because he had those with him. So it's the robe, the inverted ankh on a metal chain, the papyrus scroll, and a black skull cap.
Okay. Black skull cap, inverted ankh on a metal chain, and you said a papyrus scroll that was crumbling?
Yeah. Folded silk robe, and then 2 sandstone vials with caps.
Gotcha.
What were you saying?
Wrong way. Go back. There it goes. The robe and skull cap are all black silk, cut for a person of Tufix size. Each is embroidered with an ankh. Dalphus, can you roll occult?
Okay. Ooh, that might be close. Let's see. Oh, just under it. Yep. Just a normal success.
These are priestly garments, you're pretty sure. Nothing else is really spectacular about them. The metal ankh, you're not familiar with. It's not iron. It's not steel. It's something different, and you're not quite sure what.
Okay. It's not like human skin or anything, is it?
No. It's definitely a metal, but you're not familiar with the alloy. Can you roll archaeology for me?
Sure. Yep.
It is filled with Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Oh, cool.
The scroll. Can you read hieroglyphics?
Sure can.
Okay. It contains what you're seeing real quick as the potential for a spell.
Oh.
You would need to study it for a little bit to understand it well enough to do it.
And this is carved into the ankh?
No, this is on the scroll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the 2 red-brown sandstone vials, do you want to crack those open?
Maybe later.
Okay.
I'll take them with, but we'll open them later when we know that we're not in a time crunch or anything. Don't know what could happen.
Sure. So that's pretty much it for that drawer.
Well, gentlemen, I think we find the proof that he was involved in this cult. I mean, if that doesn't scream, I'm a leader of a secret death cult, I don't know what does.
Yeah. We'll just pack all this stuff up.
Either way.
How big was that mirror that you were talking about?
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Like,
it doesn't
small
give a
enough
size.
to take it with us?
I'd say it's big enough, or small enough you could take it with you, but big enough that it would be easy to break.
All right. So We could take it with us and study it a little later if we wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, we'll try to do that.
Okay. You've got Tufik here. What else? Is there anything else you guys want to do?
So you've already said that he is not. We can't get him to wake up to talk.
You couldn't with the rolls you made. No.
Right. Okay.
You might be able to make him wake up later, or if you wanted to roll first aid again, one of you could try and make him wake up.
I'm gonna try first aid again. I'm gonna go get like.
Do we want to wake him up? I mean, we know that he's already a member of this thing, and from what he's got here, if these are priest robes, he might be throwing some magic at us like the other guys did. So,
well, I guess it is important to know. Jewell, did you inform them of what you found out from?
I don't believe I ever got the chance. No.
Okay.
I want to ask him if we can wake him up, and this is what we're discussing between the three of us, is what his connection with Gavigan was. If Gavigan's the leader, he was leader, what was their relationship?
Well, from everything we just found in his drawer here, and these robes, to me, look like priest robes. So I would say that he was probably the priest of this cult. He may not have been the leader as far as making the calls, but he was at least enough of a leader to be the priest of the group. So they're definitely involved enough. What else do we need to know from him? Is it worth the risk of waking him up at this point?
Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about magic. I mean, but I can't imagine he would be in any condition if we can wake him up that he's going to sling anything at us.
Well, if you remember the last guy that we woke up and questioned, he tried to curse us. So.
Yeah, well, he bit his tongue out. I mean, that hurt him more than us. I mean, if you guys are comfortable with the information we have, then yeah, let's skedaddle. I want to get out of here before there's more police in the area.
I don't know what to say, guys. Something's not right here.
No, I agree.
Well, no, we're talking about leaving a guy. I'm not usually one to say it, but the guy that can finger all of us for whatever happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We shouldn't just leave him to go about his business.
So what do you guys want to do?
I don't know. That's my thing. I don't know.
I mean, if you're worried about him,
nothing's making sense now.
Right. I mean, if we're worried about him, fingering us, there's one solution. I don't know if any of us have the stomach for it.
I know.
Let's finish looking around this place before we just figure out what we're gonna do, leaving or whatnot. How about that?
All right, can do.
Somebody want to keep an eye on him while we're looking around, or?
I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay. So you're checking out the rest of the apartment?
Yes.
You guys toss the rest of the place. There's really not much there that hasn't already been described. It's not a very big room or apartment there. It's just enough for the one person to live in. Yeah, you kind of searched everywhere you can.
Was there, when we were searching the living room main area, was there a phone in there, or is there going to be a phone downstairs?
There's a phone downstairs
Okay.
by the register.
So we're gonna, I guess, all reconvene back in the. Let's go downstairs and discuss this with Jewell. I mean, do you guys feel you want to call her up here so we can keep an eye?
While they were doing all that, I was looking around downstairs.
Yeah, I was about to get there, Roxy.
Okay. Before I get railroaded into something else.
No, I was gonna call you up, and then I figured that was a good way to segue to yours.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a spot hidden, Roxy?
Sure. That is a success.
You go through most of the downstairs while the boys are upstairs. There's not a lot here. There are a couple of spices that you are not familiar with, as in they don't look like spices. They look like ground something else.
Okay.
But they're still labeled as something they're clearly not.
Are there any like little glass bottles or vials or something, or sachets or something that I could collect some in?
These are already in
are they?
like little small jars.
Okay, I'm gonna gonna pocket a few.
Okay.
And I would like to look behind the counter.
Um,
Does he have a counter? I mean, is it
yeah,
like a
he
normal
does.
shop?
It's your normal counter stuff. Nothing really out of the ordinary.
I would also be looking at the floors to see if there could possibly be a basement.
Yes.
There is no indication that this building would have a basement at all.
At all. Not even a cellar that I might have seen outside.
No, not even a cellar you saw it outside.
Okay. All right. Are there art on the walls?
No. Nope. It's mostly just shelves of spices.
Okay. Then with that, I would just take a peek out the window and see if I could hear sirens or whistles or whatever, and see if anybody was even, if it even looks like anything was going on all the way over here.
You can see some flashing lights off in the distance, like police lights, but they're all they're clearly over where the club was.
Okay.
And it's about that time that you hear Aaron say whatever Aaron says to call you upstairs.
Miss Rumtree, can you join us for a minute?
Yeah, I will pocket those ground substances and go upstairs.
Sure. So they have not thoroughly tossed the area, but they've definitely emptied at least one drawer in a desk and gone through several things. The room is a little messy. It's not bad.
So, Miss Rumtree, we find
Leave the
ourselves
boys alone for 3 minutes.
Yeah, we find ourselves in quite a predicament.
I believe you are correct.
Well, what do we do with Al Sahid?
I know that he is a bad fella, but that's on your consciences what you choose to do with him.
Well, the concern is that he can...
Why did we try to save his life if we're just going to kill him now?
I don't know what to do. Quite frankly, this is a situation I don't know where to go from.
The ferry boat or somewhere that'll take us to the mainland.
That I do agree with.
My thing is, I guess it wouldn't be a stretch of the imagination that I could connect the dots from the articles that we've read and researched, and that he is probably behind...
Not with the information you have right now.
Well, I mean, we all knew about the article with the Thames and the bodies.
Yeah, but you didn't know that I found out.
No.
I
know, but yeah, I'm thinking as an investigator, I can kind of connect dots that he could be responsible for the murders that we had read about in the newspapers.
He might be. I mean, I think Gavigan would have probably been a better.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gavigan was probably the guy we probably need to talk to a little bit more, rather than this guy.
Yeah, well, Gavigan's dead.
I inferred that from the commotion. So,
I mean, I'm not going to kill him. I mean...
Then you knock him in the head enough that you don't think he can remember who did it to him.
Aaron, do you want to roll me an intelligence roll?
Sure. That is a regular success.
Okay, locate your Facebook Messenger.
Okay. Oh, Facebook Messenger.
I assumed you had your phone kind of sort of in front of you where you'd see it go off. That was my mistake.
He's probably avoiding it because we're on stream.
Yeah, he's probably being professional and like actually playing.
Yeah, I have my phone face down away from me so that I'm not looking at it all the time.
We do need a way to whisper
okay.
to the GM though.
Miss Rumtree.
Yes.
The woman that you were chasing after?
Yes.
Did she give you any information?
She did, just a little bit. I mean, she basically confirmed what you seem to have come to on your own, that Tufik al-Sayed is in the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh, and they have operations here and are about monthly collecting random foreigners and killing them. Her own boyfriend was murdered by the Brotherhood.
Did you happen to get her name?
I did, Yalisha.
So I'm thinking, gentlemen, that and Miss Rumtree, that maybe we contact Inspector Barrington and let him know that we may find the possible person that was
Oh, I
involved.
already did that.
Oh, you already let him know about Al Saeed?
I let him know that we had some information for him.
Okay, so how are we getting this information to him?
Well, I gave him a bad address because I'm pretty sure he's going to arrest us when he sees us.
Oh, no doubt.
So, we'll find another way.
So what address did you give him?
The hotel that's under my name.
So we could leave a message for him saying to come to Al Saeed's location, tie
But
him to
we have nothing. I mean, presumably, have you shown me what you found up here?
Yeah.
Have you found
Matt,
anything?
how was Al Saeed damaged? How was he hurt?
He was shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either
And then something else, like punched or grabbed. I don't remember. But he was
I
at
tried
least
to
shot.
grab
The
him,
last
but I
one was a
didn't make
shot.
it.
David hit him with a chair, and either Bobby or I shot him, one of the two.
Yeah,
I shot him when
that
he
sounds about right.
cast a spell, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite frankly, Ms. Rumtree is a little concerned that we immediately started killing people, and so she's a little, especially she's keeping a fair distance from Hardgrove at this point, because he did jump to stabbing him in the throat last week, but so she's keeping a fair distance from that because that was, roughing up some guys is a lot different than stabbing them in the throat, but I see nothing here from what you guys have found besides what Yalisha said that ties Saeed to anything.
Yeah, he's a weird religious guy.
He's
At
best
Rumtree.
as best he's a Muslim. That's all we have with his
Rumtree?
Quran. Yes.
Can you roll me an intelligence roll?
And that is a 60 under 65.
If Saeed was rounding people up to take them out of town somewhere, wherever that is,
That's
might
where
have
we need
more
to go.
information, but he also knows where that is, so he would be the one that would.
Okay.
He might have
sure.
more information you could get out of him.
Yeah. I hadn't gotten there yet, but yes.
Okay.
We do need to speak with him and find out. Yeah, I did forget that there was a place out of town. I was looking for papers that might list a location.
Well,
All right. Well, let's see if we can wake him up.
Yep.
Who
I'll
wants to
try.
roll the first aid?
I'll try this time.
Jewell Rumtree might try to stop him.
Okay.
I don't think you need to do that, Professor.
You don't want to wake him up to talk to him?
I don't think you should get anywhere near him.
Shut up, woman. 45. I've succeeded.
Ms. Rumtree, do you stop him physically?
She'll take that one, but
Okay.
But yeah, she's taking note.
Okay.
And
So
for the record, David, John took note too. So
he Dalphus kind of lifts his head, puts a pillow under his head, lifts it so he's a little inclined, and then kind of taps his face a little bit. And when that doesn't quite do it, he kind of like pinches his cheek, not real hard, just enough to kind of jolt him. And Tufik starts to cough and does seem to be coming around.
I'm going to go find a glass and pour some water in it to
Sure.
give him some water to wet his throat so maybe he can talk, maybe show him some compassion.
Okay.
Good cop, bad cop.
Do you try and help him drink it?
Yeah.
Okay. He drinks some of the water, ends up coughing some of it back out. It says, "What do you want with me?"
I was told to shut up. So
Oh,
if
okay.
Professor Hardgrove has something he'd like to say, he can more than.
You guys talk to him. I'm going to go look around downstairs.
I'm going to be.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm still kind of propped him up a little bit. I was like, well, if you are helpful, maybe we can find a way to make sure you don't die of your wounds.
my death won't matter. I have other plans once I die.
There's some concern that you and your friends in the Brotherhood are taking young men out, or taking people out of the city to do with them what you will, presumably leaving them in the Thames. You mind telling us where that is?
Do you want to try and persuade him into talking to you?
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and roll persuade.
That is not a success.
Are you close enough? You want to spend luck?
Oh, not at all. Persuade is not one of my strong suits.
Okay. He says, I could tell you the location, but I won't. There's nothing you can offer me.
I'm going. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, tell me if I can't do this. I'm going to start talking to him, and I'm going to try and use fast talk in his weakened state to try and trick him into revealing the location.
Oh, let's go ahead and roll fast talk for me.
That's a extreme success. 16.
Are you okay, John?
Yeah.
So what do you say to him?
I'm just going to start talking like, hey, I understand that you've got plans. I understand that you're not afraid of death. I understand that, you think that you're safe from us. But I think we can make your last moments on Earth truly, truly miserable. And if you just give us the information that we want, we can just let you slip away peacefully. And just keep.
We're going to assume that you implied more threat there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then if I use your imagination, I think we can all imagine objects in this apartment and downstairs that can make your last moments on Earth truly miserable.
I mean, out of character, I do have a spell that summons a winged thing.
Yeah, we maybe shouldn't use that spell right now.
I'm just saying.
So he says, even if you stupid Americans could find the Miser House, you wouldn't begin to understand what was there. And he coughs up a little bit of blood, and puts his hand on the glass of water again, and then takes a big drink of it.
Oh,
and since you're writing it down, it's M-I-S-R.
Yeah.
Miser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the Miser House. And I kind of mouthed it at Bobby and Miss Rumtree to make sure they heard the information.
Sure.
Well, I wish I could say that it's been a pleasure knowing you. It truly hasn't.
I'm going to take out one of the sachets and see if... can you tell me what's in here, sir?
One of the what?
Little vials or whatever that the spices that weren't spices were in.
Black powder.
Like it doesn't look like gunpowder though, right? Black powder.
No, it doesn't.
Black powder to Roxanne is gunpowder.
Yeah, and it should be like that. Makes absolute sense.
Okay.
He repeats himself in Arabic, black powder, which tells you that it might be something different.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Roxy, since you speak Arabic, miser means Egypt.
Okay. Cool. I will make note of that. I do not say anything about that. I'm actually going to pretend like I did not understand him when he said black powder in Arabic. I'm just a dumb American. You can.
I'm going to take Miss Rumtree to the side and be like, do you think we have the information we need?
I think it's probably as good as it's going to get.
Do you think we'll be able to give this to Barrington to pass along? Or do you want to go check out this Miser House?
We're going to have to go to the Miser House ourselves.
Okay.
I actually think we probably need to pop into the Pinhue Foundation as well, but...
Do you think we should do that tonight while everything is in uproar, or wait until they discover his dead body?
It might actually be too late.
So do it tonight?
No, I'm worried it might be too late already.
Okay.
Yeah.
we may be able to.
Do I know who you? I know you found truck keys. Do I know who else you found keys?
I'm gonna while we're discussing it. I know I'll tell you that we found several sets of keys. We found keys on Gavigan, and we found these keys that we found on Al Sahid, and then keys on the truck.
I figure the Miser house will be. Well, I mean, we wouldn't talk about this in front of him, but.
Yeah, I mean, we're far enough away. We're talking in a low voice.
Yeah, I think we got the information we're going to get.
You think we'll find what we need at the Miser house versus going to the Penheath Foundation?
Yeah, because he'd be silly to keep too much at the Foundation.
Okay. I can get behind that plan.
But we're still left with what to do with him.
So what's the plan?
I mean, as far as Tufik Al Said, I don't think we've come to a consensus on that. But
honestly, I think whether he pins it on us or either way, we're in so much hot water. It's not even funny.
Really tempted to put black powder in his water.
Just to see what it does?
Yeah. And then make him drink it.
Yeah, we'll have to make him, because if he knows what it is, he's not going to drink it willingly.
Oh, maybe he will. Maybe
Wait,
that's the test.
Where's the snake juice?
Bobby, you're in the room, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of. If there is some place to sit, I'm probably over there looking down.
Can you roll spot hidden for me?
That's a success. Nice. 67 out of 70.
Okay. You hear Al Said start to chant very quietly. His lips are almost not even moving. You barely notice.
He's saying something, and I run over to try and kick him in a wound.
Roll your fighting brawl, which is a base 25 if you don't have it.
Yeah. I miss. I whiff. 50 out of 25 then.
Okay.
He's chanting.
He's what?
He's chanting. Sorry.
Yeah,
that word really isn't very hard with that accent.
Yeah.
I guess we noticed that Bobby rushes over there, so we spin around. Or I spin around to see what's going on.
Yeah. Is there something? Didn't you shove some cloth in one of his wounds?
Yeah,
earlier?
we bandaged him.
Then I'm gonna take that and shove it in his mouth.
You can take it out of his wound?
Yeah. It's his own blood.
Roll first aid, I guess.
To undo a bandage?
To see if you don't rip the wound open.
I did. Let's see. Can I spend luck on that?
If you rip it open, I don't think it matters.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a no. I got a 57 over 45 on that one.
Okay. So as you kind of pull it out, the blood begins to kind of pour out of the wound, and as you stuff the rag in his mouth, his eyes go back in his head. He's not chanting anymore. He's kind of gurgling, and Aaron, you've seen that before. He's dead.
That's the death keel, or death gurgle.
And not that.
I've seen it before too. I am a nurse. I didn't necessarily intend
that's
to
true.
kill him.
I forgot. Yes, that's you. You've seen it too. So yeah, like that's. And Rumtree, you know that it's not necessarily something you did so much as you just undid the thing that was keeping him barely alive.
The impression I get from everybody here is that he was saved long enough to get information from him, and I think we got it.
Yeah, I guess I'll move towards the stairs and kind of holler down to the professor. Problem solved.
Can I get all three of you to give me a spot hidden?
Oh, hell no. Does it matter that I rolled 100?
No.
Your eyes spontaneously
I got
start
another
bleeding and you don't see anything.
I got another extreme success.
I got an extreme success
15
as
for
well.
15.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got a hard success.
Rumtree's hair had turned gray and now has gone back to its normal color as he dies.
I would have looked good as a gray head. I wouldn't have known, though.
Oh, so that would have been the effect of his
curse. Yeah, he was
muttering.
aging me.
Oh no! Well,
But it went back.
You look
He
bad.
didn't finish.
You look great,
I look
Miss
younger
Rumtree.
than ever before. Didn't somebody else try to do that to us?
Yeah, him.
Was it just him? Okay.
He tried to cast a spell last time and got shot.
Okay.
Boy, he is the worst spellcaster ever.
He knows one good spell.
It's a good spell that'll heal you after getting hit with a chair and then shot.
Oh, I see. So it would have drained my life force to give him life force.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't have enough time to take hold and your hair went first. That was it.
I'm gonna look at Bobby and be like, oh, Bobby, I'm glad you were paying attention because that was bad.
Hey, well, I'm glad I saw it.
And at least he forced our hand. At least we didn't kill him. I mean, we told him.
Guys, I know Dalphus left the room, but look, I'd fight for any of you here. I don't want us to. Something's going on with all of us, and I don't know what it is. But look, I don't want anything bad to happen to either of you. Okay?
I feel the same way, Bobby.
Yeah. He walks out of the room.
Well, now we just have to decide if we're going to go back to our hotel and gather our things, and with what vehicle. Because I do not particularly want to be driving that truck around.
We can try and.
Can I search that truck?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay,
you
I
wanna
go
go do
downstairs and I go search the truck.
I'm gonna follow Miss Rumtree, and just keep an eye outside to make sure.
Okay.
No ne'er-do-wells come along.
No ne'er-do-well.
You can give me a spot hidden, I guess.
Oops. That is a hard success.
Okay. Yeah, you go through the truck. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Any kind of remnants that might indicate that this truck. I don't know. Anything that indicates that this truck was used for. The truck that was mentioned to me by Yalisha.
Oh yeah, no. There's no indication. You see some mud that doesn't look like you've not seen mud like that outside of a swamp, and London isn't exactly a swamp.
No,
but
it is
there's
not.
a lot of opportunity for swamps not too far from here.
Sure. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, the 20s suck. We can't check the GPS unit to see frequently driven to locations. That would have been.
I want to interject a little role play before you guys get too far into that.
Okay.
Whenever you come downstairs, the rest of them come downstairs. You start to head out. You would have heard Dalphus out in the backyard, kind of muttering to himself. Did you want to try to know what he was saying?
Jewell Rumtree has no interest in speaking with Professor Hardgrove. So I mean that's up to you guys. I'm gonna go.
Not talking to him, but overhearing what he was saying out there.
I would say definitely Aaron could have easily overheard him if he wants to roll a listen.
I will try and roll a listen since I'm kind of standing there watching Rumtree rummage through the truck. So, I need to bring my glasses with me.
Let me see if the lights will come on bigger.
No, we're good. So, all right. Apparently, I'm a private eye that can't listen because that was a failure.
Okay. So you do hear him. If you want to get closer, you don't need to roll, but you're gonna have to get closer to him.
I will try. Yeah, I'll try stealthing my way closer so he doesn't notice me.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, that was 2 percentages. Which I rolled 2 10s on both percentages, so I just re-rolled it. So I got a 14, which is a hard success.
Okay. So you kind of creep over near the professor. Professor, what are you mumbling?
He's basically telling himself, get yourself together, man. This is not the war. You're not back in the war. These are not soldiers. Get yourself together. He's trying to straighten himself out and reassure himself of what's going on. All indications would be that he's suffering from paranoia or PTSD.
Or shell shock for the 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess a little role-playing moment. I'm going to, once I hear that, since I was in the war as well, I'm going to walk up to him calmly and just kind of discuss how I understand what he's going through, and we're going to need we're both going to need to kind of access that part of ourselves to get through this.
Oh, can you roll persuade for me?
Yes. Ugh, I don't have persuade. Yeah, that's a fail.
It's a fail?
Yep.
Is it a bad fail?
Yeah, because I don't have any in persuade, and I rolled an 80.
Oh, okay, that's not a bad fail.
Oh, okay.
A bad fail is like
100.
0.
Yeah, no, I didn't roll 100.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the what he's saying, Professor, makes sense. Just like it makes sense that you're not in the war. That doesn't necessarily change the impact on of what you're feeling, though.
I tried.
Mm-hmm. That's all you can do is try.
You know what? This is actually a good chance for us to take a break real quick. Hey, a couple of things. Dicey Adventures over on Twitch at Night Fury 8583. They are hosting us right now. You should check out their stuff, though. They are playing some D&D.
Yep.
Last time I was over there, it was pretty good. We also want to call out Sprout Girl for doing a clip for us last time. It was pretty fantastic, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And she got a good clip too. It was really
it was
good.
Funny.
So
yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna take bathroom breaks. We'll be back in just a few minutes, but it won't take very long.
Yep. Probably about 10 minutes or so. We'll be right back.
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.